Okay, welcome everybody to some more typical mistakes with pronunciation. Now, if you want to join the course and have lifetime access to the full lessons, then you get them on my website, guys, skype-lessons.com. I sell them on my website and I even sell them on Udemy as well, but I actually put more stuff on my website. So please come and join on the website. That's where you get most. And if you register on the website, I send you discounts and things like that by email. So please come and register on my website if you want to join the full courses. Loads of people have already joined, literally thousands of people, and it's because people keep joining that I keep making lessons. And as long as people keep joining, I'm not going to stop. And you'll see that you'll get a lot of new lessons in the future. If you've been following this channel, you'll notice that I make new lessons all the time. So today we're going to look at common pronunciation mistakes, and I think when you look at these typical mistakes, the first thing you notice is that you're learning the rules that we've already looked at in other classes on the pronunciation course. So number one and number two, which are really the same kind of mistake, and I'm going to give you a rule. And as far as I can see, it's always correct, this rule. There are no exceptions, which is fantastic as far as I can see. Probably one or two, but I just haven't noticed yet. But when you have a word that ends A-T-E, these words are sometimes verbs, very often verbs, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes they are nouns, and sometimes they are even adjectives, okay? And we looked at this in the class where we looked at the suffix ate. So if we look at the verb to separate, you'll notice it ends in a sound which is exactly the same as the number 8, which is why I wrote the number 8 at the top, to remind you that if it's a verb, you want to end the word with the sound 8. To separate, to delegate, to moderate. And one more thing you might want to memorize is that it's always, the stress is always on the antepenultimate syllable when it's a when it's got the suffix ate. And here it doesn't matter if it's a verb or a noun, the stress, or an adjective. The stress always goes on the antepenultimate syllable, and that means not the last syllable, not the one before that, but the one before that. That's all that means. Yeah? So to separate, to delegate, to moderate, they are the verbs. They end in ate. That's how it looks with the phonetic letters, yeah? Ate. But if it's a noun or an adjective, it does not. It ends in the sound ut and not ate. Listen. To separate, separate. Yeah, they lived in separate rooms. They lived in separate houses. Separate, but to separate. Yeah, the chemist separated the compounds using, I don't know, chromatography, whatever. But separate, separate. To delegate responsibility, for example, or to delegate work to somebody else. But if you are talking about your delegates at a conference, for example, that's a noun that ends in the sound ut. Same here, guys. To moderate is a verb, but moderate, such as a moderate politician or something like that, that's an adjective and that ends ut, not ate. Okay, so this is a nice